Most research is pretty unanimous in saying that breastfeeding, especially within the first 6 months of infancy, is invaluably important. But moms aren't always around to personally feed their babies, which is where breast pumps come in. But even breast pumps have their issues, which is where Israeli startup Annabella comes in. They've developed a new innovative approach to pumping breast milk, and Masha Waldberg, the co-founder and VP of product with Annabella, is here to tell us all about it. Masha, thank you so much for coming in today and joining us. Here. All right, so tell us a little bit about Annabella and your product line and kind of how it came about.
Well, Annabella is an innovative breast pump. It's the only breast pump in the world today that simulates baby suckling motion. We replicated the inner parts of the baby's mouth, the tongue, the palate, the cheeks, and everything that can simulate the baby suckling motion, which helps trigger the milk ejection reflex and basically pump twice as much milk in half the time.
So how does a normal pump work then? It's just basically a vacuum?
Yeah, it's a very aggressive vacuum that usually causes the nipple to expand and even in some cases injure it. Most of the pumps today have to compensate for the lack of simulation and nipple compression, and they just work on the vacuum theory and nothing else.
Wow, but with the vacuum theory, I've heard it's painful.
Yeah, it's painful, it's inefficient, it makes the pumping session very long and just not pleasant.
Wow, all right, so it sounds like you just mentioned that it cuts down on the time it takes to pump, and then what's like the yield, I guess you could ask, how much milk do you get per session, with the Annabella pump versus a normal pump?
Well, I can't tell you the exact quantities because they vary from different moms and different babies. Sure. But I can tell you that it's about 48% more than the usual amount you extract with a competitive product.
So, okay, is this already being sold? Is this available?
No, we're currently in development. We do have a very extensive group of testing moms that help us to perfect the product. We estimate to be ready about this time next year, but we are looking for additional funding in order to accelerate production.
All right, so yeah, okay, so I see you have an IndieGoGo, and tell us a little bit about the IndieGoGo platform, ultimate breast pump on Annabella, and it's also on Facebook?
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so yeah, facebook.com/Annabella Milk. I see Annabella Milk on facebook.com. And I mean, yeah, like I haven't been a mother, of course, but I can, it sounds like it's an incredible thing.
Yeah, it's very incredible. It has a lot of other advantages. It's very light and it's quiet and it has fewer parts that needs to be washed, and it has a smart IoT system. It pairs with an app that helps you control and to make the pumping session more adjusted to the mom and her needs. For example, most moms use a very aggressive vacuum that prevents milk from coming out. So the app can send smart signals and suggest a better pumping plan that is suited to the mother.
So it even changes function based on the individual difficulty. Yeah. That's absolutely amazing. Masha, I wish we could talk about this a little bit more, but unfortunately we have time. But thank you so much for coming in.
Sure.
Again, to everybody at home, if you're interested in getting involved in helping raise money for Annabella, IndieGoGo.com. And facebook.com/Annabella Milk. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks.